What's going on, my friends? Chris here. Want to bring you on an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $26,600. We're up about 1% on the day. What I want to do, guys, was take a look at the one-day time frame here. So we're really going to spend a lot of time on the one-day time frame and get you some good details of what I'm looking at. So, guys, when we're taking a look at this here, you can see this downtrend line that we've drawn, both on the upside and to the downside. And what we've been looking at here, guys, is to see if we can get a breakout of this trend line. And this is important because this area here, we've had about 4 touches. And what I did, I went to the line graph, and when we drew these lines here, it was going off candle closes here. So this is a valid trend line, downtrend line. We've had 3 coming up on 4 touches. So if we're able to break out and have a candle close up above this trend line, as well as this 50-day moving average on some volume, that may give us the ability to run up into the range of $28,000 or even potentially back up to that $29,500. So that would be an upside break. You can see these bearish order blocks that are waiting up in this range if we do have a break to the upside here, so be aware of that. And now another thing that's a good thing that we're looking at here, guys, we actually did get a little bit of buying pressure off this green order block. This is a big order block we've been looking at for quite a while. If we step back here, and we had a nice strong candle close outside of it. So sometimes when you do get these candle closes, have this confirmation outside of these blocks, you can get a nice little run up into some of these areas here. So it's something I'm watching here, guys. If we do drop below 24,732, I believe that would be invalidated because we'd be going down now and testing that 200-day moving average or potentially losing it. And also when we look at the one day here, we're stepping back and we're looking at this area that was previous resistance. We broke up through, we spent all this time, and now we're back testing it here, and we would want this to become support. So truly, guys, between about the area we're at now and then down to about that 24,900 is what I want to see held, as well as staying up above this 200-day moving average. That's what's going to be most important for us, stepping back and taking a look at Bitcoin on the one-day time frame. The relative strength is going to be at 50. So right now, if we can get that cross up above 50 and have a candle close up above that, that could show a little bit of strength. You guys know I've talked to you about this. I like to use the relative strength. If we're breaking up through it on the one day, that's showing that we potentially could have some more strength and some follow through to the upside. If you're breaking down many times, that'll show weakness. So always looking at something that like that, guys, back in this range as well. Once we broke through the 50, we got some nice follow through over here. Once our relative strength broke down through the 50, we had some nice follow through. So just something that I like to watch, even more so than just the overbought and oversold levels. So when we're stepping back here, guys, I want you to be cautious of that range. Watch for us to hold about $24,700. We want to see that range held. On a candle close, a break to the upside, we would want to close up above $27,062 is what I'd be looking at. And then if we step back and we take a look at the weekly time frame, and typically I start with the weekly, but I wanted to emphasize the daily time frame for us there because that's what I'm watching the most. So let me get these trend lines off. And also, guys, if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's always appreciated. So here, guys, we're fighting back to get up above this 200-week moving average. You know how important this is to get back up above it, show some strength. If we can piggyback up on top of that and have a candle close, sometimes that can let you run a little bit. If we see rejection, I would anticipate a test back down to that 24,758. If we take a look at the relative strength, is going to be at 53. And our MACD, if we look at that, is going to be at a negative 250. So we have had that weekly downside cross. Stepping back to the daily, the MACD that we have it up is positive 79.18. So like we talked about with the 200 moving average, guys, we want to be up above the 200-week moving average, and we want to stay up above the daily 200 moving average, and that's going to confirm the trend behind you. So that's why it's important to get back up above that 200-week moving average. Otherwise, we're just going to have to drop down to lower levels and see what happens in terms of support and where the buying pressure is coming in at. And I know we have news that obviously can affect anything at any point. We can have BlackRock news come out. Anything can break, guys. But these are the levels that we really want to be paying a lot of attention to. If we get into the 4-hour time frame, we're trying to get back up above our 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame if we can, and close up above that with volume. That could show that we potentially could go up to this next level here of about 27,571. So in my opinion, guys, I still think this is an area to be cautious. I still want to see candle confirmations close outside of the trend line I was talking about, up above that 50. And also it's concerning still, guys, if we do get a break, that we have these overhead bearish order blocks that we have to try to break up through and contend with as well. So definitely keep an eye on the news and an ear to the news, and also keep an eye on these fundamental levels like that 24,700 for support, and then resistance is going to be up to around 28,064. So I want to bring you a quick one here, guys. God bless and be safe out there. Take care.